Have you ever wondered why that stubborn cough seems to linger a little longer these days? Or why you catch every sniffle that goes around? Even when you're doing your best to be careful, it's not just your imagination. And it's certainly not a sign you're doing something wrong. The truth is, as we gather more wisdom and experience in life, our bodies also undergo some changes we don't always talk about. Especially when it comes to our inner defenses, our amazing immune system. It's like the trusted guard dog of our health, always on duty. But after 65, it starts to face some unique challenges that can make its job a bit tougher. Now, this isn't about dwelling on what might be slowing down. It's about understanding and empowerment. Here's the powerful secret: knowing precisely what's happening inside your body allows you to support it in new, incredibly effective ways. It's about taking proactive steps to keep that inner guardian strong and resilient, so you can continue to enjoy life to the fullest. In this video, we're going to explore 6 key things that happen to your immune system after the age of 65, and crucially, what practical steps you can take to keep it robust and ready. Stick with me until the very end, because I promise there's a valuable insight that will truly surprise you. One that many people overlook. Let's dive right into the first of these important changes. One that many people aren't even aware of, but it plays a significant role in how our bodies handle new threats. As we move past our mid-60s, a small but mighty organ in our chest, called the thymus, begins to shrink. Think of the thymus as a special school or training ground for a crucial type of immune cell known as T cells. These T cells are like highly specialized soldiers, and they come in many varieties, each with a unique mission. Some are designed to directly attack infected cells, while others act like commanders, coordinating the entire immune response. When we're younger, our thymus is bustling, churning out a steady supply of these brand new, highly diverse T cells, ready to recognize and fight off any new invader our body has never encountered before. It's like having a constant stream of eager, fresh recruits joining the front lines. But as the thymus gradually shrinks with age, its ability to produce these naive or brand new T cells diminishes. This doesn't mean you have no T cells. Far from it. You have a lifetime's worth of memory T cells, which are fantastic at remembering and swiftly defeating pathogens you've been exposed to before. Like the common cold viruses you've caught many times, or the flu strains you've been vaccinated against. These memory cells are incredibly efficient. However, when a completely new virus or bacteria comes along, one your body has never seen, the immune system has fewer fresh T cells to quickly learn and respond to this novel threat. It's like your army is very experienced in past battles, but has fewer young soldiers ready to be trained for an entirely new kind of war. This is one reason why novel viruses, like some we've seen recently, can sometimes hit older adults harder. The good news is, we can help our existing T cells and support our immune system in adapting. One powerful way is through staying active, even with gentle, consistent movement, regular physical activity, like a daily brisk walk, gardening, or even light stretching, helps circulate immune cells more efficiently throughout your body. It's like ensuring your existing soldiers can move quickly to where they're needed most. This isn't about running marathons. It's about making movement a regular, enjoyable part of your day. Think about what brings you joy. Is it dancing to your favorite music, taking a stroll with a loved one, or tending to your garden? Even short bursts of activity add up and make a difference. Another critical factor is managing stress. Chronic stress can flood your body with hormones that actually suppress immune function. Finding ways to relax, whether it's through reading, listening to music, meditation, or spending time in nature, can significantly benefit your T cells and overall immune readiness. And perhaps most importantly, for T cell health, getting enough quality sleep. During deep sleep, your body produces and releases proteins called cytokines, which are essential for fighting infection and inflammation. If you're not sleeping well, your T cells aren't getting the restful environment they need to do their vital work. Aim for 7-9 hours of restful sleep each night, And try to establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Now that we've understood how our body's ability to produce new fighting cells can slow down, let's turn our attention to another crucial aspect: the overall pace of our immune system's response. This leads us to the second significant change: a general slowdown in how quickly your immune system can react to a threat. Imagine your immune system as a highly trained emergency response team. When a virus or bacteria invades, this team needs to identify the intruder, communicate the alarm, mobilize forces, and launch a counterattack. When we're younger, this process is incredibly swift. The alarm bells ring loudly, and the response is immediate. But after 65, that swiftness can diminish. It's not that your immune system stops working, but it might take a bit longer for the alarm to be heard, for the messages to travel, and for the immune cells to fully activate and get to the site of the infection. It's like the fire department still has all its equipment and skilled firefighters, but it takes them a few extra minutes to get the engines rolling and arrive at the scene. This delay means the invading pathogens have a little more time to multiply and establish themselves before a full-scale defense can be mounted, which is why infections might feel more severe or last longer. So, how do we help our emergency response team speed things up? The answer lies largely in providing the right fuel and support. A cornerstone of this is a diet rich in essential nutrients, particularly those known to bolster immune function. Think of your plate as a vibrant rainbow. Incorporate plenty of colorful fruits and vegetables, which are packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. For instance, vitamin C, found in citrus fruits, bell peppers, and strawberries, is not just for preventing scurvy. It's crucial for the function of various immune cells. Zinc, found in nuts, seeds, legumes, and lean meats, plays a vital role in the development and function of immune cells. Selenium, present in Brazil nuts, fish, and whole grains, is another powerful antioxidant that supports immune health. These nutrients are like the high-octane fuel that allows your immune cells to perform at their best, even if they're taking a slightly longer route. Hydration is another simple yet incredibly powerful tool. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your body transport nutrients, remove waste products, and keep all your systems, including your immune system, functioning optimally. Dehydration can actually slow down metabolic processes, making it harder for your body to mount an effective defense. So, keep a water bottle handy and sip throughout the day, aiming for clear or light yellow urine as a good indicator of adequate hydration. By consistently providing your body with these fundamental building blocks, you're essentially giving your immune system every advantage possible to react more efficiently and vigorously, even if the initial alert takes a moment longer. Now that we've understood how our immune system's basic response can slow down and how its fresh troops become fewer, let's turn our attention to another crucial aspect: the quality of the weapons it deploys. This brings us to the third change after age 65. The antibodies our bodies produce can become less effective or less specific. Think of antibodies as tiny, highly specialized keys designed to perfectly fit and neutralize specific invading viruses or bacteria, like a lock and key mechanism. When an intruder enters your body, specialized immune cells called B cells get to work, creating these antibodies to tag the invaders for destruction or directly block their function. When we're younger, our B cells are excellent at producing a vast array of perfectly fitting keys, each one precise and potent. However, with age, while our B cells still produce antibodies, the keys they forge might not be as perfectly shaped, or they might be produced in smaller quantities. It's like having keys that are slightly worn down, making them less efficient at turning the lock. Or you don't have quite as many keys as you need. This means the immune system's ability to neutralize pathogens quickly and decisively can be compromised. It's not that the system stops producing antibodies entirely, it's just that the quality and precision of these vital defenders can diminish, making infections harder to clear. So, how do we help our B cells craft those precise, potent keys? One of the most direct ways is by ensuring adequate protein intake. Antibodies themselves are proteins. So, providing your body with enough high-quality protein gives your B cells the raw materials they need to do their work. Think of lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, legumes, nuts, and seeds. You don't need to consume massive amounts, but aim for a good source of protein at each meal. For example, a handful of almonds as a snack, a piece of baked salmon for dinner, or Greek yogurt for breakfast can all contribute. Beyond protein, supporting your gut health is surprisingly critical here. Our gut is home to trillions of microbes, a vast ecosystem known as the microbiome, which plays an enormous role in educating and influencing our immune system, including antibody production, including fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi in your diet can introduce beneficial bacteria to your gut, fostering a diverse and healthy microbiome. These beneficial bacteria communicate with your immune cells, helping them mature and function optimally, which in turn can lead to more effective antibody responses. Think of it as providing a bustling, healthy environment where your B cells can thrive and learn to make the best possible keys. This leads us directly into our fourth point: chronic low-grade inflammation, often referred to as inflammaging. This is a quiet, persistent hum of inflammation that becomes more common as we age, even without an obvious infection or injury. Normally, inflammation is a vital, acute response, your body's alarm system springing into action to heal wounds and fight off invaders. But with inflammaging, it's like that alarm system is constantly set to a low alert, even when there's no immediate threat. This persistent, low-level inflammation isn't dramatic, but it can quietly wear down your immune system over time, making it less effective when a real threat emerges and contributing to a host of age-related conditions, from heart disease to cognitive decline. It's as if your immune system is always a little bit on, and this constant activation depletes its resources, making it sluggish and less responsive when it really counts. The good news is, we have a great deal of control over managing this internal hum. The most powerful tool here is diet, particularly focusing on anti-inflammatory foods. Think of foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, like fatty fish salmon, mackerel, sardines, flax seeds, and walnuts. These are like natural anti-inflammatory agents that can help quiet that persistent hum. Load your plate with a vibrant array of colorful fruits and vegetables, especially leafy greens like spinach and kale, and berries like blueberries and raspberries. These are packed with antioxidants and phytochemicals that combat inflammation. On the flip side, it's also crucial to limit processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats, trans fats, and excessive saturated fats, which tend to fuel inflammation. Beyond diet, regular, moderate exercise, like the walking we discussed earlier, is another fantastic way to reduce systemic inflammation. It helps your body produce anti-inflammatory compounds and keep things moving. Even spending time relaxing and reducing stress contributes, as stress hormones can exacerbate inflammation. Essentially, by choosing foods and activities that soothe and support your body, you're helping to turn down that constant inflammatory alarm, allowing your immune system to rest and be truly ready when it needs to be. Now, let's connect this general slowing down and the persistent hum of inflammation to our fifth point: weakened vaccine efficacy. You might notice that after age 65, even if you diligently get your annual flu shot or other recommended vaccinations, they might not offer the same robust level of protection as they did when you were younger. This isn't because the vaccines themselves are less effective. It's because your aging immune system doesn't respond to them as strongly. Vaccines work by introducing a harmless version or a component of a virus or bacteria to your body, essentially giving your immune system a sneak peek so it can learn to recognize the threat and build memory cells and antibodies without you getting sick. It's like a practice drill for your immune army, but with the slower response time, fewer new T cells, and less effective antibody production we've discussed. Your body might not mount as vigorous a practice drill response, The training session might not be as intense, meaning your immune system doesn't build quite as strong a memory or as many precise antibodies as it used to. This can result in shorter-lived protection or a less effective defense when exposed to the real pathogen. Despite this, it's absolutely crucial to emphasize getting recommended vaccines remains incredibly important. Even if the protection isn't 100% perfect, any level of protection is better than none. Vaccines can significantly reduce the severity of illness, hospitalization, and the risk of serious complications. For example, while you might still get the flu after a vaccine, your symptoms are likely to be much milder than if you hadn't been vaccinated. Think of it as putting on a good rain jacket. You might still get a little damp, but you won't be soaked to the bone. Another powerful way to protect yourself, knowing that your own vaccine response might be a bit weaker, is through community protection. This means encouraging those around you, family members, friends, caregivers, to also stay up to date on their vaccinations. When more people are vaccinated, it creates a herd immunity effect, making it harder for diseases to spread and reducing your overall exposure. So, while your own immune system's training might not be as sharp, you can still significantly bolster your defenses by ensuring that fewer germs are circulating in your environment. It's about a layered approach to protection, combining personal vigilance with community responsibility. We've covered a lot of ground, from our body's slower defense mechanisms to the quiet hum of inflammation and how it impacts vaccine response. But there's one more fundamental area that often goes unmentioned, yet it's profoundly connected to our immune strength, what's happening deep inside our gut. This brings us to the sixth crucial change, a shift in our gut microbiome. Our gut is home to trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, collectively known as the gut microbiome. This isn't just about digestion. This vast community plays an enormous, foundational role in regulating our immune system. In fact, a significant portion of our immune cells reside in the gut. They are constantly interacting with these microbes, learning, adapting, and being trained. A diverse and balanced gut microbiome, rich in various beneficial bacteria, is like a thriving, bustling ecosystem that supports a strong and well-regulated immune response. It teaches our immune system what to react to and what to ignore, preventing it from overreacting or underreacting. However, as we age, the diversity and composition of this gut microbiome can change. Factors like changes in diet, reduced physical activity, certain medications, and even less exposure to outdoor environments can lead to a less diverse, less robust gut microbiome. It's like a once vibrant, varied garden that starts to lose some of its plant species, becoming less resilient to challenges. When the gut microbiome becomes less diverse, it can weaken the signals that nourish and educate our immune cells, making them less effective and potentially contributing to that low-grade inflammation we discussed earlier. This connection between the gut and our overall immune health is incredibly powerful. And thankfully, it's an area where we can make significant positive changes. So, how do we cultivate a thriving, diverse gut microbiome to support our immune system? The answer lies largely in what we eat and how we live. Fiber-rich foods are absolutely essential. Think of fiber as the primary food source for your beneficial gut bacteria. Load up on whole grains like oats and brown rice, legumes like beans and lentils, and a wide variety of fruits and vegetables. Each different plant food contains unique fibers that feed different types of beneficial bacteria, fostering that much-needed diversity. Beyond fiber, incorporating fermented foods into your diet can directly introduce beneficial microbes. Foods like live-culture yogurt, kefir, a fermented milk drink, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha are fantastic sources of probiotics. Just be sure to check the labels to ensure they contain live and active cultures. You don't need to consume massive amounts. Even a small serving a few times a week can make a difference. Another often overlooked aspect is spending time in nature. Exposure to soil, plants, and natural environments can introduce a broader range of beneficial microbes to our bodies. further enriching our gut diversity. Even just gardening or taking walks in parks can contribute. And remember, avoiding unnecessary antibiotics, when possible and only under medical guidance, is also key, as they can indiscriminately wipe out both good and bad gut bacteria. By nurturing your gut through these simple, enjoyable habits, you're not just improving digestion, you're building a stronger, more resilient foundation for your entire immune system. So, we've talked about how our body's new recruits aren't as plentiful as they once were, and how our overall response time might be a bit slower. We've considered how our internal antibodies might need a little extra support to be their most effective, and how that quiet, persistent hum of inflammation can sneak up on us. We've also touched on why our body's response to protective measures like vaccines isn't quite the same, and, crucially, how the very foundation of our health, our gut, plays such an enormous role. Remember, understanding these changes isn't about worry. It's about wisdom and empowerment. It's about taking small, intentional steps that can make an enormous difference in how well your body protects itself. Think of it as tuning up a classic car. It still runs beautifully and has incredible mileage, but it benefits from specific, tailored care to keep it performing at its best. Every healthy choice you make, every nutrient-rich meal you enjoy, every gentle walk you take, every moment of calm you find, is a powerful investment in your immune system's resilience and your overall vitality. Your immune system is a marvel, a constant guardian, and with a little understanding and consistent care, it can continue to protect you admirably for many years to come. I'd truly love to hear from you. What's one thing you've started doing, or plan to start doing, to support your immune health after watching this? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be exactly what someone else needs to hear, sparking a positive change in their life too. If this video has resonated with you, if it's given you something new to think about or simply affirmed what you already felt, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps this message reach more people who could benefit from it. And if you want more practical, empowering advice for living your best life at every age, consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a wonderful, supportive community here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it as we explore more ways to thrive. Thank you for joining me today. Embrace these insights, make them your own, and keep living your best, most vibrant life every single day.